Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pick Up Stitches podcast. This is episode 20 already. My name is Yarnie and I'm coming to you from South Africa. It's Sunday the 4th of June 2022 and it's cold. In fact, it's the second time I'm pressing the record button because with the previous recording I forgot to switch off the heater and it was making a terrible noise on the footage, so this is take 2. I want to say thank you to all of my returning viewers as well as any new viewers. Thank you for watching, and I want to already ask everyone, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not done so already, please press the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on every time that I post a new video. So I normally record on Sunday mornings. However, it's already Sunday evening here. I had some studying to do, and to be honest, I was a little bit fatigued today, so everything took longer and I was a little bit slower. So yeah, anyway, I'm here now, so let's do this, and let's start with the whoops. The first word that I want to show you is living in my Knotty Habit project bag, and it is the test knit pattern that I'm doing. Sorry, I'm not over this cold just yet. So this is the Bina top pattern that I'm testing for Noma from Bigger Than Life Knits. And here's the problem. I already moved all the progress keepers in take 1. So you will just have to trust me now. But there it is. This is how far I got. And we were about here. Just about here last week. So I did quite a lot of knitting on this one. Since I'm already on sleeve 1. There you can see my progress keeper that I got from Lauren at the Little Yarn Croft. That was made by Ietsie Klein, Gertruida. So anyway, yeah, the reason I got so much progress is because this was my almost biggest priority this week, and it was just, I mean, stockinette stitch in around, it's mindless knitting. So I had to get some studying done because first exam is this Friday. Please keep your fingers crossed for me. And I wanted to study and I wanted to knit, and what do I do? So I decided to try what Knitty Natty does, reading and knitting, and I must say it's working. So while I was reading the text that I need to go through, I was knitting along and just checking every now and again that I didn't exceed the number of rows for the color changes. Sorry, my throat is scratchy. So yeah, I've learned that twisted rib is not easy to do. It's not very forgiving on your hands, or at least maybe it's because it's my first time doing a twisted rib. My hands need to get used to it, because when I sat down to do the ribbing at the bottom of the top, I was thinking, let's sit down, let's do it, let's get it done. 2 rows I had to take a break. I was feeling it in my hands last night. So yeah, at least now it's done. I did that this morning and I started on the sleeve. sleeve number 1, and yeah, I'm very happy with this top. I'm honest with you guys, I'm chuffed with the way the colors is coming out and working up. Sorry for that. So the yarn that I'm using is by Yellow Cottage Yarns. I don't have a label now. This is a 100% cotton, double knit weight. So yeah, and I'm using my 4mm Knit Pro needles for this project. And that's about it that I can say on that. I believe next Sunday we should be able to say that this is done, a finished object. Fingers crossed. I'm really pushing on this, and this was basically the only thing that I really worked on this week, hence the fast growth, because of the deadline for the test is the 22nd of June, and I don't like missing deadlines. So yeah, I don't want to disappoint. Sorry about this. Okay, there we go. Then the second work that I want to show you is the other test that I'm doing. This one is staying in my project bag that I bought from Ietsie, Klein, Gertruida. And it is a crochet pattern that I'm testing for Stephanie Erin. And this week it got its name. So this will be called the Cordelia Cold Shoulder Top. And this is how far I've gotten. Let me just turn this around. So also you'll have to trust me, because in take 1 I moved the progress keeper, but we were basically there last week, so I increased another how many rows? I don't know, 14 rows, something like that. So I'm almost ready to split for the body, and yeah, I'm loving this yarn and how it's being crocheting up. And this is a, let me get a skein that has not been wounded up. There we go. This is the new base from Miensie, from Knotty Habit. So it's a 2-ply fingering, 83.3% merino and 16.7% linen blend. And this colorway is called Candy Floss. And yeah, it's lovely. I'm enjoying this. And this needs to be done in July. So I still have a little bit of time at least to get this done. But I'm thinking, you know, the way I've been focusing on the peanut top, I will share a little bit of my planning with you shortly in this episode still. And then yeah, I'm thinking it's still doable, very, very doable. I'm not stressed about it. So yeah, then the third whip that I want to share with you is staying in my sock project bag from Esteresa Yarn Creations, and I've got my 2022 Knotty Habit sock club pins on there. And this is my entry for summer sock camp that is hosted by Kay, the crazy sock lady. And this pattern that I'm using is also by Kay. It is the socks for Dumbledore. There we go. Hope you can see the pattern clearly. So I'm doing this with YarnStash sock yarn. Okay. And the colorway is called Mochaccino. So it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And for the contrasting color, I'm going to use this dark chocolatey brown mini skein that I bought from Knotty Habit, also 75-25%. For the heels and the toes. And yeah, I do have some work to do on this, because the goal that I set for myself in the beginning of this year was that I'm going to do one pair of socks every month, which means I am a little bit behind. Oops. So let me just move. This one I actually did not move, luckily. There we go. So I will have to focus on this a lot this week, as soon as my Bina top is done, because otherwise I will not finish the pair of socks for Peter this month. Yeah, so I'm making this for Peter, I didn't mention. And that's it on my 2.5mm Chai Goose magic loop. Yeah. So yesterday, myself and my very good friend Mariette from Die Boervrou decided we are going to go to the workshop hosted by Juanita Muir from Juaknits at Little Yarn Croft. So the workshop was all about short rows, and I want to say the magic of short rows, which I discovered yesterday for the first time. So my mind is just, and how to do some neat edges. So this was held at the Little Yarn Croft. There was also another workshop held or hosted by Sonja van Wyk from Designs by Sofiya on, I keep pronouncing this wrong, Interlac Tunisian Crochet. And Knotty Habit had a pop-up shop, and Ietsie Klein had a pop-up shop. So it was amazing. It was so much fun. I loved seeing everybody again. So yeah, let's talk. So my new whip, I started there yesterday, and it is the Toph, again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly, the Toph hat by Wormhead. And this lady is a genius. That's all I can say. I never realized what can be done with short rows. So I'm going to put a picture of the hat that I'm aiming to create here. And this is how far I got yesterday. Let me just untangle this mess. There we go. Oops. I'm mid-row. I don't know if you can say this is mid-row, because this is actually the start of a short row. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is how far I got, and I am just amazed. So this is going to be, this narrow end here is going to be the crown of the hat, and this wider edge on this side, it's going to be the outside circumference of the hat. So it's going to sit like this. So basically I'm now knitting this sideways. So in the end it's just going to be a matter of closing up the crown. So again, I am amazed what you can do, about what you can do with short rows. So then I also learned how to do a provisional cast on, something I've never done before, with a crochet hook. So that was awesome to learn. And yeah, oh, I'm just telling you, my mind is blown. As while I was sitting there and knitting on this, I was just like, what? I cannot believe this. So a whole new world of knitting has opened up for me, and I'm very excited to learn a lot more of this. So yeah, I was excited to share this with all of you. So let's call this the end of the whip section, and we transition into acquisitions when I share with you the yarn that I used for this. So I have been so excited to go to this class since something like Wednesday, and I had selected the yarn that I want to use from Stash. I was going to use some LP gold yarns. In fact, if there's people watching that was there yesterday that was thinking maybe I did not tell the truth, I had my yarn cakes, my skeins caked up, ready to go, and I've put it here when I was done, and I never actually packed it in. I had my needles, I had my pattern, I had my crochet hook, everything except the yarn. Anyway, so I had to buy some new yarn, and I mean, Knotty Habit at a pop-up shop. So what was I going to do but buy some DK weight merino yarns? There's the two colors that I've chosen that I've worked into the hat. So this blue one is called Aqua Frost, and you see those copper speckles that's in there. It talks very nicely to this felt fire color. So when you put the two together, this makes me very excited to see this hat growing. And to be honest, it has taken a lot of self-control for me not to leave everything else and just continue with my Toph hat, because I want to see how this, it's a little bit difficult still to see, but I believe as this hat grows, we will see the two colors blending together very nicely. So this is, I did say, but I'll say it again, this is the DK weight merino yarn, just merino from Knotty Habit. And yeah, the second acquisition that I want to share with you, I did not buy myself. It was a gift that I received yesterday from Befcraftz. So Bev is the lady that does a lot of tests, and she is awesome. And me and her are doing the My Favorite Adventure sweater from Dragon Horde Designs together, but we are both a little bit overwhelmed with all the things we have to do, so we are both a little bit behind. And then Bev also changed her mind about what yarn she wanted to use to do the adventure sweater with, so she got some new ones, but that's beside the point. The point is, she gifted me this sock set. So I was not expecting this, and I am very, very happy with this. So Bev, thank you very much. Thank you for all your support. She's one of those ladies that's always encouraging and commenting and everything. So Bev, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this, and I love the color. It's amazing. Look at that. So yeah, I'm cherishing this. Thank you so much, Bev. I love it. I really, really love this. Thank you so much. And the third acquisition that I need to share with you was a big one actually, because my kit came for the Meraki make along that's starting 10th of June. So I bought the kit that you guys helped me select over on Instagram. So it was the Cornish Seaside colorway, and I bought it from Afrique Yarns. So I'm just trying to get all of them on my fingers here. There we go. This is what it looks like. So I was telling Peter I was expecting a little bit more pink because of the photo, but I'm still very happy with the colors that came. It's a bit more purplish, but it's still very beautiful. This is all 100% double knit cotton yarns from Moya, and this blue one is called London Sky. The whitish off-white color is called Natural, and we've got the pinkish Misty Rose, darker purple is Mauve, and we've got the grey silver. This one is called Biscuit, and lastly we've got Geisha. I must say I'm enjoying this light purple color, the Geisha. So yeah, that's exciting. And they sent free baby samples of their shimmer base. Let's just do this. So their shimmer yarn is a 50% bamboo, 50% cotton. Okay, so there was a bit of an interruption. But this is the 50% bamboo, 50% cotton blend that I have. So the pink is Twinkle. This color is Glimmer, and this one is Brilliance. So yeah, just a reminder, and is that the make along for the Meraki blanket is starting on the 10th of June, and I believe you still have time. I mean, it's 4 more days, so if you want to, you are welcome to order a kit, or you could just buy the pattern itself and work from stash. And then it's being hosted over on the Moya Facebook group, which I will link below as well. And I'm personally looking very much forward to starting this because those blankets are beautiful. I've been seeing some of the, let's call it testers, that made up the blankets in the different colorways, and I'm really excited to get started on mine. So I'm looking forward to the first clue that comes out on Friday. So it's a mystery make along actually. So yeah. That's it for acquisitions. Let's start with Yarnie Gossip. Again, gossip this week. I've got some things that I would love to share, but I'm going to leave it for next Sunday when I'm not as much in a little bit of a rush. So yeah, first up is the events that I will be discussing. Is on the 8th of June is a workshop where you will make the Lamberhurst scarf at the Yarn Tree in Johannesburg. So I will link that below as well. It looks like a very beautiful scarf, what I saw. And I want to just highlight that the Yarn Tree for the month of June is running a promotion where if you spend 1,200 rands or more online, you will get a free Karen Adendorf book, which I think is awesome and very generous of them. And then the 11th of June, there's a Tree of Life macrame workshop, also at the Yarn Tree. And Dane Sali in IJserfontein is also having a macrame workshop. So whether you're in Joburg or the Western Cape, there's always something to do. And then also, the 11th of June is the International Knit and Crochet in Public Day. And I'm joining one in Pretoria, Riviera. So it's a day that is being organized and hosted by Sonja from Designs by Sofiya. And there's going to be quite a few vendors at this event. So there's going to be Knotty Habit, the Yarn Tree, Little Yarn Croft, the Yarnie Corner, Ietsie Klein, a Little Twisted, Tupperware, Honey, Avon and AMC is going to be there. It's going to be a lots of fun. There's going to be some raffles where you can win a very beautiful shawl made by Sonja, and all the money will be donated to charity. My English is failing me here. And another one that I know that's supporting this day is Patat in Paris. So if you're in the Free State and you're close to Paris, feel free to take your projects to Patat, hang out inside the shop and on the stoop in front of the shop. It's going to be a wonderful event as well. So there is still space to join the one in Pretoria. I'm going to link it below. And yeah, I hope I see a lot of you there. I know of a few familiar faces that I've met that's going to be there that I'm very excited to see again. And then there's a few people that I've been chatting to on Instagram and YouTube and so on that I will meet for the first time at the Knit and Crochet in Public Day. So yay, finally, I'm looking forward to that as well. And yeah, that's basically that. I just want to regards to life, I've mentioned that exams are starting. In fact, I'm writing an exam every Friday, starting this Friday until the first Friday in July. So it's going to be a little bit hectic. And I've got the test that I need to do, and I've got my goal for doing a pair of socks a month. So I mentioned last week that I need to have some sort of a plan. And I've started with set plan, taking some notes from Nitty Natty, some notes from Mariette, from Die Boervrou. And it's not final yet. In fact, this page is still very blank. But this is basically what it looks like. And I hope you will be able to see that it doesn't glare too much. So I just wrote all the whips that I'm busy with. And what I knew was going to be started this month. So it is the Meraki cowl as well as the Toph hat. But then I just wrote two things that I need to focus on that simply has to be finished this month in my mind. And number one is the Bina top. So I've mentioned the due date is 22nd of June. So I also made this my Encounter Buddy project that's being hosted on Instagram by Ietsie Klein. Yeah, And then the socks for Dumbledore that I'm knitting for Peter for the summer shock camp. So those are the only 2 projects that I told myself, if you finish nothing else, just finish those 2. So that's it. And then, yeah, I've already got some ideas that I want to start for July. And I'm thinking I'm going to create a page like this already for the other 6 months of the year, and already at least write down, you know, some ideas of what is new projects that I want to do that month, because I've already got, like, for instance, my socks for July and a tutorial that I want to start recording in July. And there's 2 things coming up in October that I know about that I would definitely want to participate in. So I'm thinking of writing down, you know, new things. And then as I know when there's going to be new things coming on, I will be a little bit more mindful when I do decide what cowls I'm going to participate in, and can I put up my hand for some test knits or test crochet patterns without overloading myself, you know, and just keeping in mind everything that I have going already, because I've listed here, I mean, it's for the whips for June. I most probably will not even touch some of these. It's the Bina top that I'm testing. It's the Cordelia cold shoulder top that I'm testing. There's the Tree of Life pattern that I've been busy with. It's the My Favorite Adventure sweater. It's the socks for Dumbledore. And it's my sampler Tunisian shawl. So it's quite a few. And I know every month there's going to be a pair of socks that gets added to the whip list. So yeah, it is what it is. So I just need to be a little bit more mindful, because I already had to say sorry, but I can't do it anymore to another test. But rather me saying in the beginning, sorry, I cannot do it, and letting the designer pick somebody else, then saying, oh no, okay, I will do it, and then I disappoint maybe not just 1 but 2 designers, instead of letting 1 designer pick somebody else and keep the designer that I've already said yes and started with, keeping her happy. So yeah, I will just in future be a little bit more mindful when I start applying for patterns, because normally when the pattern, the test call goes out, the designer does tell you by when they expect it to be finished. So yeah, it's what I was thinking. So I'm thinking, am I going to do it by hand, or will I maybe, you know, just create something in Excel and print it out and paste it in my book and maybe write in pencil everything. I think that's what I might do in future. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching. I want to wish all of you a wonderful, wonderful week, and I hope you stay warm. I know the southern hemisphere is getting very cold now. So yeah, I will see you all same time, same place next week. Bye.